Hi, this is Alexis from the Kiteboarder magazine. I'm here at the Naish booth with Mr. Robbie Naish, and everybody's talking about the foils, especially your foils. You know, you got guys like Ryan Hurley who are just like over the moon over them, and they're just like West Coast Foil Club. All we talk about is Naish foils. So here we are talking about the Naish foils.
Right on. Well, thank you. It's an exciting time. I mean, foils have been around for decades, but somehow, the time was ripe for all of these sports to embrace them and kind of take that ball and run with it. And so it's fun to be riding them in kites. Fun to be kind of resurrecting windsurfing with them, especially light wind windsurfing.
I can't wait.
Really fun, getting people back on the water that haven't windsurfed in a while. Surf foiling, sup foiling. So it's exciting to be developing new gear again for all of the sports that we love to be involved with. And new for this year on the kiting side, KS2 front wing. So we've gone to a much more elaborate front wing than last year. Same pre-preg construction, same general all-around freeride wing. We're not going after setting world speed records. We're not going after the racing side of things, at least at this stage, until it kind of settles a bit more. Exciting stuff going on in kiting. I mean, watching the racing stuff is awesome. You got to respect what's going on there. But for us commercially, going after the freeride guy who just wants to go have fun as easily as possible with stuff that he's not going to outgrow. So pre-preg carbon front wing, beefed up fuselage, still have the adjustable back wing that we've had for the last year. So you can change the angle of attack of the rear wing, heavier guy, lighter guy, changing the amount of lift. A new construction on the back wing now, where we're running the stabilizer through the fuselage rather than running on a tab. So for guys that aren't that good, that are bouncing it off the bottom when they're getting going and stuff, it's just much more robust. They can't snap the tab off because the fuselage goes through the monocoque construction of the vertical stabilizer. So still running a vertical stabilizer this year just makes it you can put more back foot pressure, makes things track straighter, especially for the guy that's not really that good. It makes it much more intuitive, especially in the beginning. Still comes standard with a 90 centimeter mast on the kite side. So probably the most exciting thing across the board for foiling for us is the Abracadabra mounting system, which makes mounting your foil to your board and getting it off just a one quick screw. So you put your plate on all of our boards, whether it's kite, surf, windsurf, surf foil, use the plate mount system because there's not one perfect spot for it. If you just have a Tuttle box, for example, you're stuck with your foil there, and you can't tell me the guy that's 200 pounds and the guy that's 100 pounds want it in the same spot, and that's why we like the adjustability. Like me and my main tester are the same weight. We use our foils in completely different spots. We adjust our back wings differently, so you can tune to personal style. So with the Abracadabra, you just loosen that back screw, and this just pops out, slides in. You keep this plate on your board, you put this away. If you're using multiple foils on different boards like I am, you have an Abracadabra plate on each board, and you can just go from board to board with a quick tap in, tighten a single screw, and you're off to the races. And it's really changed things for me, not having to line up those
Nobody wants to carry more than one Allen wrench, or
you end up being lazy and putting it on the top of your car and driving around with the giant antenna on the car, forgetting it's there and knocking it off in your garage or something.
So that's happened to you.
that hasn't happened to me, but I've heard so many stories of it.
Too.
And I always thought it was super dorky when guys driving around with it. Look at me, I'm a foiler. So this way you can be stealth about it. What we're finding, this is our KS2 wing with the one size that's a dedicated kite wing. But you move over into our surf foils, and what a lot of guys are doing, myself, Damien, people that aren't just foiling in super strong winds, and even guys that want to just foil small kite and keep the feel the same as they're surfing, is using our surf wings for kite foiling. The cool thing about our thrust foil system is it's all interchangeable. It's all modular, so you can switch masts, switch fuselages, front wings, back wings, and they'll all fit perfectly together. It's not like you have to buy a set as a unit, and you can't change wings otherwise. So you can take off the kite wing, put on the large surf wing or the medium surf wing. You can change everything around to, sort of conform it to what you want for the day. And kiting with the surf wings makes them like really three-dimensional, playful. For me, I'm not a very good kite foiler. If I put on the medium surf wing, I can kite foil pretty well. It's much more forgiving, gives really stable lift. You don't need to go as fast to get it up. And
trust me,
you
I
know,
know.
you make your tacks, you make your jives. It's more playful, and so we're finding a lot of people are getting the surf wing and using it for kiting, and then of course using it on their stand-up or their surfboard, and even for windsurfing, because that wing is universal and does all three sports really well.
Now on the surf wing, it comes in a couple of different sizes.
Yeah, the surf wing comes in a medium, a large, and an extra large. This is the large. This is the extra large. Extra large is for surfing really small waves, big guys. Or downwinders. You know, even big guys in any wave that's beyond, you know, even having whitewater, the large is fine. You know, the extra large is really just for maximizing lift. Downwinders here, riding surf that you can't even really call surf. But between the medium and the large, that's as most people are riding in anything you call a real wave. But between the three, you can tune, you know, a quiver based on, you know, nobody's riding giant waves yet, but they're going to be. I'm leaving the North Shore, going to the South Shore, searching out, you know, head high and smaller waves because I'm having so much fun riding in that. Just trying to do snowboard turns on a head high wave.
Well, it feels like deep powder snow. I mean,
exactly. So it's fun times to be doing something new that brings, you know, all of the sports together the way foiling is, and giving you that feeling of real gliding and carving. I'm not so much into the pumping around. But obviously that's a big part of it too.
Are you working on those standing starts yet?
Yeah, I'm 55, so I'm more grab and rail and trying to carve big turns. But it's cool that the sport's opening up so many different genres for all these different people. And again, modular. The surf wings right now come with a 55 mast. I normally ride it with a 70, get higher and can crank harder, but you want to learn with a shorter one for sure. But again, the cool thing is they're all interchangeable. You can kite,
it's like golf clubs.
Kinda. You know, you have a quiver in your bag and you get to the beach and decide what you're going to do. Is it windy? How windy is it? Is there no wind? Is there surf? How big's the surf? And off you go.
Well, thank you so much, Robbie.
Yeah, it's a pleasure.